What's up, everyone? Thank you for tuning in to the Sleight of Hand podcast. I know we don't normally do video. This is something a little bit different, but right now everyone is in quarantine and we are unable to get together and record in our normal setting. So we decided it would be fun to do a standalone campaign to keep us busy in the meantime, so that since our normal Elk and Arrow campaign is now on hold, we don't have much content to put out on our flagship podcast. A couple of announcements, though. We do have March of the Fang, Sleight of Hand presents a 1850s English-style home-brewed campaign. That will be available for subscription and follow on April 1st. And we have 5 episodes backlogged, so we can get into the first week of May with that. And as far as our pre-recorded stuff, we will be putting that out, and then we'll be putting this stuff out on YouTube, and we'll be putting our audio files on our Sleight of the Hand podcast network station. And we are very excited about both of those. We're also super excited because Deco Wilson, our artist over in London, gets to be on our podcast. In England, gets to be on our podcast, not London. But he's laughing at me because I'm getting horrible descriptions of where he's from. You know, across the sea, that's where he's from. But we're very excited. The pond. We're very happy to have him here. And I don't know what Isaiah's doing. He's having a rave to himself, turning on the lights on and off. But we'll go one at a time, and you can kind of introduce yourself, and we'll start with Justin. So, Justin, what are we playing today?
So I'm Justin. I'm playing Barodan. He is a fire genasi monk. Are we doing physical descriptions too, or are we going to save that for later?
You can save that for later. We'll just do a quick description. Next up, we have Mr. Christopher Robbins.
I'm playing Jasper Eseku, who is a gnome wizard.
Awesome. Mr. Isaiah Venegas. You're on mute.
I'm going to be playing Lyle Holden. He's a human male barbarian. Yeah.
Awesome. Thomas.
I will be playing Al, a furbolg druid today.
You and your character names, bro. It's like it doesn't matter. It's got to be redneck. Anything, it's Al, Johnny.
And I love the contrast. I always pick these really fancy names, and he's just like, I'm John.
I'm John. I'm Bill. Yeah.
Fantasy name.
That's true. And Deco Wilson, what's up, my dude?
What it do? I'll be playing as Blue the Lost, a halfling ranger, semi-retired from adventuring.
Nice. And last but not least, Mr. Derek Hare, what you doing, man?
You know, just sitting here doing a podcast. I will be playing Sleight, blank Sleight, the changeling rogue.
Oh, nice.
I like
it.
That's a perfect name. Well, awesome. So if you've listened to our podcast, it's all based in a homebrew world called Atlantasorke, and this campaign will be taking place in a city called Lavertill, which is now established in our podcast, but we're going 40 years back in time when Lavertill was not established yet. It's kind of ran by mercenaries, rogues, pirates, tribes, gangs. And basically what's happening now in history is that the Sunderland family and the Shadecrest family are at war with Lavertill for the land to basically make it a colony, to make it have law and government and civilization. But right now, it's mostly ran by tyrants. So you guys are all there, and you all hear about the Caros boarding house, and they are looking for mercenaries to hire to protect basically certain neighborhoods from getting out of control. And you guys have all received letters from random factions and things like that. And you guys are all sitting there, and you see a gentleman, probably in his 50s or 60s. You guys are sitting in this, it's kind of like a tavern, but it's kind of like almost like a hall, a single long table in the center, almost like a dining hall, but there's like a small tavern in the back. And you guys have all gathered here, and the old gentleman standing hushes everyone. He says, calm down now. I have a list of adventurers, and he starts listing your guys' names off one by one, and he starts separating everyone off into groups. So at this time, the 6 of you guys are to be seated at a table off to the side. And he says, well, first things first, do you guys know what you guys have been called here for?
We're here as muscle, aren't we?
Yes, a little bit of that, but some brain would be accepted as well.
Oh, we have plenty of brain here, don't we? I am not here for muscle, but of course I can add a little flair if needed. But we are here, of course, to explore, to discover, and to find what is not yet known, what is not yet found. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I interrupt?
No, ma'am.
Well, thank you.
Maybe a little bit too much intelligence here at this table for me, but yes.
I agree.
Let me call you to the back real quick. And he goes up to one of the barrels in the back, and he kind of pushes it to the side, and it's like almost like a secret door, like a speakeasy. And he ushers you guys in, and it's pretty dim lit, and it goes downstairs, these cobble stairs. You go about 20 feet down, and you come to this room, and it's filled with water about 2 inches. And you see a desk and a chair turned the other way facing the wall with a fireplace that's lit, but it's illuminating kind of like blue and green. And floating around in the room, instead of like torches or lanterns, you see like mystical sea animals, like seahorses and fish and shark, like magical illuminating, like floating around the room, kind of lighting it. And
Jasper is in full awe of all of these lights and around them, like, oh, like chasing after them, trying to like touch them and inspect them as much as she can.
The chair doesn't turn around, but you hear what sounds like a middle-aged man, and he says, so I hear you're the ones to help restore a little bit of order against the Shadecrest family. I'm here to pay you all 100 gold pieces each as an advance to help eradicate some of the spies that have been here in Lavertill. Does that sound like a fair price?
Oh, 100 gold. Sure.
It's a start.
You see the chair kind of slowly turn around, and you see this blue-skinned man with green hair, with like a gem piece on his forehead, and he's kind of has like scales, kind of like a dragon. He's wearing a brown robe, and you see that he has a wooden staff with like blue crystalline standing up, and he says, my name is Voodoo, and I am trying to look for an old friend. And he hands over a description of a half-orc, a sketch, the best that he can do. And he says that, I know that he was running around these parts for a little bit, but I need his help. And he gives you this picture of, would you like to describe what he looks like, Isaiah?
Oh, very much so. Oh. Okay. So I just actually have a question for timing.
Yeah.
Is this after? Okay. Yeah. So you see this Greek-looking armor-clad half-orc. He's got like the helmet with like the plume going over. It's a green plume. He's got a black gauntlet on his hand, and inside there's a green gem, and there's like smoke billowing off of his armor and his glowing red eyes, kind of like coming out of the helmet. And he looks very menacing and intimidating. Yeah.
Yeah. And this half-orc is named Gel. That's not what Isaiah's playing. It's a character Isaiah's played before that's in the world. And he's looking for him specifically. Whereabouts are unknown, but he is to be found.
So, so we're sorry. What was the name of the gentleman in the chair?
His name is Voodoo's Caros.
Voodoo's Caros. So while Voodoo's is standing there and holding out the parchment paper with the rough sketch of our target, Jasper hurries on over and like gently takes the paper out of his hand and like holds it up and goes like, "Ooh, what a hideous looking person. But you know what is not hideous is this beautiful staff you have here."
He's just kind of staring at you with a blank stare, like you just insulted one of my best friends.
Don't worry. It's okay. We'll find him for you. Don't worry.
Yes, you will, little one. I wouldn't want you to go missing either. Anyways.
He's oblivious of his little threat.
Yes. And the rest of you, do you have what it takes?
I've been around the block a few times.
Confidence.
Yeah.
I like this.
I'm not here because I'm weak.
Beautiful. And you seem to be on fire. Are you ready for some action? Speaking to you, Justin.
That's right. That's what I figured, but
don't want to assume.
You don't want to assume there's another person that's flaming in the room.
I feel like a firecracker myself. Ian's never going to let me play energetic characters again.
Oh, man. Too much. All right. And then you are sent to look for a building in the north encampment. And they have been gangs of like some goblins that have been selling intel, essentially. That's what you know. Is there anything that you guys are wanting to buy or shop for before you head off to look for the encampment?
I personally wouldn't mind looking. Well, actually, I don't know if I have any gold to do so. So.
Oh yeah, I guess I should have. Well, you just received 100 gold.
We just received
for a starting mission. That's per purse, and you also for starting gold, if you haven't already, just whatever your roll start gold would be for your class and race.
Okay. I would like to go get a health potion or two.
Okay.
So, yeah, if that's all right.
Yeah. So
same. I wouldn't mind buying two.
The older gentleman that was up top at the in the tavern tells you that there's a good corner market just across the way. So you guys all venture over there, and you see what looks like a elf running the market. How may I help you?
How much are the healing potions?
For you? 60 gold pieces.
Jasper like hops up to be in view because at this point she's probably below the table, I'm assuming.
The counter line.
Yeah. She goes and like gets her elbows up on it and smiles, and in Elvish will say, "And for me?"
You can speak more than one language, I see. Good for you. Yeah. Yeah, we can sell maybe a discounted rate for the party, I guess. My normal price is 60, but
60 each.
Roll a persuasion check.
Absolutely. Persuasion is. Oh, I like the start of that. 17 was the base roll plus persuasion for 4, so 21.
Wow, you succeed.
Yay! What a gentleman! You are an absolute treat, and I will be sure to let my family know and other people passing through this region that you are the shop to go to.
Well, I appreciate that, ma'am.
She blows me a kiss.
He grabs a couple and he says, "Well, how many are we selling today? I think I could let him go for 45 now."
Do more for me.
2? Okay. So he sells 2 to you.
I will buy.
I'll take 2.
Well.
And Sleight just holds up 2 fingers.
Okay.
Are we gonna like clear his stock?
Yeah.
Probably.
Al will also get 2.
Okay.
I only need 1.
All right. And 1 for blue. Alrighty.
And these are just standard healing potions.
Yes.
Awesome.
So where are you travelers heading with so much healing potions? Looking to die today?
We're looking to make others die.
Oh, so lucky.
Well, I'd hate to be them. Looks like you're well equipped now. And you guys can head out now. And unless you want to buy anything else, I don't know if anyone was looking for anything else.
No, I can't think of any like spell casting stuff that would be of use at level.
Okay, perfect. So you guys head out and you start traveling up the northern neighborhoods. Everyone roll a perception check.
Yes, boss.
Natural 1.
Unnatural 20.
Okay.
Unnatural 20.
Okay.
16.
15.
15. Thomas, what'd you roll?
18.
Everyone besides Isaiah. Isaiah is just bloodthirsty.
Barbarians don't need perception.
Yeah.
They have muscles.
Yeah, muscle. You guys notice as you're traveling through the neighborhoods that all the different factions and the social circles that you see are all by race, and you guys traveling of different race and stature is kind of drawing more attention than you would like. But because it's very clan based,
Progressive.
it's very aggressive.
What do we see within ourselves?
Yeah. So you mean like what you perceive about the rest of your party? Is that what you're asking? I think it would be depending on your personality, but like blue and is probably a combat veteran. He's a little bit more comforting to be around. Same with Isaiah's character as a barbarian.
But
Um,
would we want to maybe describe what we look like?
Yeah,
yeah.
I can start. You'd see a male, 6 foot tall, charcoal black skin, bald head with kind of licks of flame where his eyebrows would be, yellow irises, and where you would see veins on a human, there's a deep red glow that almost looks like cracks in the skin. Wearing simple vest and loose fitting pants and just some kind of sturdy sandals. And he has a small 2 pieces of wood tied together, and a on one hip, and then on another hip he's got a metal fan.
Awesome. I'll just call us out so that way we're not chatting on top of each other. Deco, what do we see when we see your character?
Grey-haired halfling with a wolf tooth around his neck. Yeah, Derek knows. He's not taken to the whole going outside, but he's ready for what's going on. He's just grey-haired. He's seen this shit.
Yes. And Thomas, what are we looking at?
When you see Al, you see just an incredibly tall, hooded figure. We're talking 7'8".
Wow.
But also really hunched over, really wrinkled face. If you're not familiar with furbolgs, you would have no idea. But Al's up there, a couple centuries old, and just leaning in on the staff, trying to really be nondescript, uncomfortable in a city. This is the first time in a city, so it's definitely, trying to not get noticed, but getting noticed way more because of trying to look nondescript.
Yeah, that makes sense. Isaiah.
So Lyle, he looks kind of like almost Neanderthalish. Really, just kind of broad shoulders. He's just got like fur cloak, and he's on his back. You see a halberd. It's a bone halberd. Looks like it was made out of a femur of a very large animal. And then sharpened on the tip of it. And then he's got a couple kind of like animal teeth on the necklace going around his chest, and just a various war tattoos that he has over his body as well.
Awesome. Christopher, what do we see?
Definitely stands out for somebody of small stature. Jasper is a 2 3/4 foot gnome with a deep violet robe as kind of her wizarding robe. She carries with her a backpack, or more of a satchel, that she wears around her back, and walks around with a 3-foot very straight and polished Paduk red quarterstaff that is laced with specks of silver and gold on top of the gold ring that she wears. Very, very catch eye. Look at me. I am the most beautiful thing in town. Oh, and she also has, most important feature, aqua blue hair.
Awesome. Derek, what do we see?
So you see just a average height humanoid figure, more on the more like slender side, not like too jacked or anything, but like underneath you can tell like there's like rugged clothing and all that. But on top of that, you can see a kind of like a open kimono jacket that's like black but has like little petals of like just white, kind of like on the sleeves going more towards down, on the bottom more towards down. And then you see a full-on just mask covering the entire face of like kind of like a white porcelain kitsune mask. But like it's like half black, half white, slanted like towards the side, top half black, bottom half white. And then in the back you can see more longer white hair, probably shoulder length, but it's like tied up into a bun. That would be in the front, so you would tie that in the bun, and then the rest is hanging down. But you don't see any other like facial speech features. And besides the mask and kimono, that's the most best looking thing they have. Everything else kind of looks very worn and dirty.
Awesome. That's sweet, dude.
What a bunch of dirty people. She
I'm
does
just-
not say that out loud.
I'm just over here laughing at our sidebar.
What'd you say?
Yeah.
I would, Jasper is just mesmerized and like walking trying to keep up with the furball, who is probably for every stride is 4 of hers.
Exactly. So you guys kind of keep traveling, and you guys are still kind of getting weird looks. People are just kind of like, spitting on the dirt kind of by you, like looking at you like, who do you work for? Like, what's your faction? And you guys just don't really have one. You haven't found a name for yourselves yet here in Lavertill, and you just kind of ignore it, keep on going. And you guys get to this, what looks to be less wooden buildings and less tent area. It kind of starts to get more rural as you guys head down towards the coastline. Let's do another perception check.
Doom, doom, doom.
13.
14,
10.
10, 21.
18 for Lyle.
Christopher.
12.
8.
All right. Anyone above 15 notices, everyone sees that there's some running water and what looks like to be a bridge. And you see these like red figures with like brown robes, cloth robes, kind of scooting off of the bridge. And it looks like they had just kind of blew out the bottom of it. There's a piece missing from it to cross through, trying to halt what's coming from the city. And you guys see what looks like 4 goblins across the way. And so let me pull up the map and show you what you see. Okay. So you kind of come to a crossing like this, and you guys will be on the left side. And we'll just go Derek. Decca, we'll do Derek.
Didn't think that one through, huh?
What?
Didn't think that
I
one
know.
through.
I was like, wait, 2 Ds. Justin, Thomas, and Isaiah. And we'll just do a numeric system. You see like them over here.
You're forgetting one.
Yeah.
I might be small, but don't forget me.
Who am I missing? Christopher? There you go. That's everyone. Right? Or did I do someone twice? Christopher, Derek, Deco, Isaiah,
I'm in there
Justin,
twice.
Thomas. Yep.
I think you did Isaiah twice.
You did
Perfect.
Isaiah twice.
I'm in the like middle. Yeah, there you go.
Hey, did I do Isaiah twice, guys?
I think you did me
Yeah,
twice.
you
Hey,
did
I
Isaiah
think you
twice.
did Isaiah twice.
Yeah.
I might be in there twice.
And the red figure, the number 1, turns over and he says, "You best be getting out of here. This ain't a
And
place
in,
for you."
In Goblin, Lyle will say, "And why is that?"
"You speak Goblin? You're not one of us."
What are you?
What am I? I'm a human.
Oh,
But
not you.
I-
The guys. The guys in front.
They are goblins.
Oh,
Yeah.
bitches.
And
goblins.
I've had interactions with goblin folk in the past. Some good, some they didn't walk away from. Which will you be?
is that a threat? Boys, you hear
Only
him?
if it needs
They're
to be.
threatening us. We blew this bridge out. This is our turf. You're not coming over. I suggest you leave.
While
And they're
this
all-
is going on, I just want Slate just kind of wants to start pulling up the very subtly pulling out the short bow.
Okay.
Like just going, hey, I can sense things are hostile. Don't know where they're going. Just making sure I'm prepared, just like you all are.
Yeah.
Then you got the right idea. I do the same.
As Slate starts to go for the bow, I'm going to take 2 steps forward. So I guess move me the next one closer to the bridge.
Yeah. Were
And
you able to do markup?
I can.
Yeah. Go ahead and do that.
Okay. I'm going to move here. Does it show up?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Just going to move there.
Okay.
And I'm going to produce a flame in my right hand and not say much, but I'm just going to kind of take a couple steps forward and produce some flame in my hand and look
Okay.
at and keep an eye on the one that's talking and the one next to it.
And I'll continue talking to their leader and say, "Hey, Greenskin, in case you didn't notice, there's more of us than there are of you.
Nothing we haven't dealt with before. Boys, come on up." And he calls the other 2 to get closer in range.
And
I will
could
also-
I move? Oh,
I want to move right there.
I was going to move to a spot exact opposite of where I am from where Justin is. So down a diagonal to the other side of Justin. Yeah, perfect.
Okay. And
I'll-
at this time, they start drawing their weapons. Roll for initiative.
Yep.
What? Roll for initiative.
Them's fighting words.
Those are fighting words.
All right.
So I'm by Deco, who's... What are you playing again, Deco?
Halfling.
Halfling?
Ranger.
Oh, yay. Somebody in my height.
And then Ian, for initiative, do you just want to call everyone out so that way no one's shouting everything?
Yes. So we'll do Deco. What'd you roll?
I got a 14.
Okay.
Sorry, guys.
14 for Deco. Justin.
13.
13. Justin. Christopher.
6.
All right, we'll put you lower down. Derek.
8.
All right. Derek. And Thomas?
9.
Isaiah?
9 as well.
9 as well. Who has the higher bonus?
+2.
+1.
So Isaiah. Okay. All right. And at this time, Goblin 1 grabs his javelin and he goes to launch it. And he goes to throw to hit Justin. And he rolls a 19. Does that connect?
Yes.
Okay. And he hits you for 6 piercing damage with his javelin. And
Center mass. Center mass.
yes. And now, Deco, it's your turn.
I'm going to move in front of Derek's character, my bow raised.
Okay.
So it looks like I'm in front of a rock.
Yes.
That rock's probably bigger than me. Yeah, boom.
All right.
I'm going to fire at number 1.
Okay.
It's
Roll
just
to
a
hit.
normal roll.
Enemies.
Let's move the zoom window out the way. That's a 17.
That hits.
Yeah, boy.
Are you shooting a bow?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just trying to figure out what I'm rolling for it. It's been a while. That should be just a 6. That's a 5.
5 damage?
Yeah.
All right. Nice. And next up is Justin.
Hold on, I'm just adding a javelin to my inventory.
Yeah. Seriously.
I'm going to, I'm gonna hold on to the javelin that I've got in my chest, and I'm just gonna chuck the ball of fire that I have in my hand at him. The one that threw it at me.
Number 1. Okay.
Yeah.
The guy that was talking smack is getting hit. That's how it goes, right?
24 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
Better. All right, max damage. 8 fire damage.
Nice. 8 fire damage. And you just see this kind of like small ball of fire like fly across the bridge and hit
Like
him.
baseball
hits him
pitch.
Baseball pitch right into his arm. And you could see it's like kind of burning and like there's like some burnt flesh like on his left shoulder, just kind of like flaying and bleeding off onto his armor, but he's still holding himself up.
And I'd like to see if I can pull the javelin out and get ready to throw it back next turn.
Yes.
So
So you pull it out. Next up is Isaiah.
I would like to rage and then run with a running start and then try to leap over the gap if possible.
Okay, so let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So what's your movement? 30?
It's 30.
Okay, so you'll get
And
exactly to the ledge on the other side. Roll a acrobatics check.
Would long jump be acrobatics?
Oh, do you have long jump?
Well, I'm trying to get the rage bonus for athletics checks.
Oh, yeah. I see what you're saying. So yeah, you can use the rage bonus then.
Okay, thank you. Well, let's see. Efficiency. Oh, it's not that high. Okay. 17.
Yes. So you, with a 17, you successfully move right here.
Perfect. And I'm gonna shout at them. If you're brave enough, come at me.
Awesome.
And that, since I'm out of range, yeah.
That's your turn. Perfect. All right. Number 2 seems intrigued, and he pulls out one of his swords and he goes to move up on you.
And I'd like to use my reaction with Polearm Master to strike him as he enters my reach.
All right, do it.
23.
You connect.
All right. Let's see. Plus 4, 7, 9 points of damage.
9 points. All right.
Yep.
And he goes to attack, swinging his scimitar. First attack misses, I'm sure, with a 5. And then he goes to attack a second time. And does a 16 hit.
Yes, it does.
Okay. And minimum damage hits you for 3 slashing damage. Basically, he takes your pierce damage and he kind of gets put off balance a little bit, and he barely gets a cut off on your arm. Next up is
reduced by half. Would that be 1 or 2?
So it would be 1 because it's rounded down.
Okay.
And that completes number 2's turn. It is now Thomas's turn.
Just getting a quick look at the creek down there. Is that what we would consider like rough terrain? Or is it pretty shallow?
It would be rough terrain.
Okay. I'm still gonna do what I'm gonna do then.
So it's a 10 feet drop into the water if you don't jump across.
I don't know if I can manage to jump, but I might as well. Can I run to like, right in the this way area and try and jump down in? And get to, like, jump into about there.
Okay. So you want to kind of like hang off the ledge and then jump down into the water?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And the water is moving pretty like strong, but because you're so tall, like it's only hitting you at the waist. Okay. But now that you're in the water, consider it to be rough terrain until you get back up on the other side.
Okay. And then can I take the dodge action to impose disadvantage on attacks towards me?
Yes. As a bonus action?
That's all I got. It's an action.
Oh, okay.
And then for my bonus action, I'm going to cast a cantrip. I'm going to cast Shillelagh, whatever it is, Shalag, Shahugamawat, to give my quarterstaff a damage to bonus damage, bonus attack, all that good stuff. Just getting ready.
Perfect. And that completes your turn?
Yep.
All right. And goblin number 3 is just standing there by his commander, and the commander's like, you see them? They're approaching down in the water. Get down in there and kill him. And so number 3 is going to, let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20. You can get down into the water.
I've made a grave mistake.
And
there's a calculated risk, but man, am I bad at math.
Okay.
Then the goblin fails its constitution roll and gets swept downriver, right?
But now he's gonna he has to roll a strength check. So because he's not as tall as you are. And natural 20 will do. He grabs onto one of the rocks in the water and he's holding on tight. And now we go to Derek.
Cool. So Sleight is gonna move towards these bushes over here to get a view of number 2
Did you mark it? I didn't see it.
right here.
Okay, I see. All right.
And then I want to fire my short bow.
Okay.
Does a 23 hit?
What number goblin are you hitting?
Number 2.
It does connect.
Cool. That's not good. So total of 6 piercing damage, but since they're adjacent to Isaiah's character, that's technically considered sneak attack.
Yep.
With another 6.
Nice.
Nice.
In this one, he is already, as he got hit by the javelin and he goes in off balance on his left leg to slash in on Isaiah's character. You quickly catch him by surprise with an arrow, and it goes straight through his jugular, and he falls off the bridge, rolling down the 10-foot decline into the water, filling the water with blood as it passes past Thomas's character.
And then, since I am technically in the bushes, I want to kind of like hide behind this tree, if that's okay.
Yeah.
And after you,
Like here, basically?
Either there or here. Either one.
Okay.
What'd you say, Isaiah?
After the arrow finishes off the goblin in front of Lyle, you're gonna see him look back and give you the nod of yeah, good job, and then he'll continue on raging.
He's bloodthirsty.
Good job. Ah!
Yeah. Next
Nice.
up is Christopher.
Ooh, what exciting. Seeing all the commotion, she's just kind of enamored and will scurry up to the edge of the river, the closest part of the river next to her, and look down the embankment towards goblin number 3, and you'll see a little bit of fire forming in her hand, and she'll go, excuse me, you know that dirty things like you only get clean in warm water, and will throw a not fireball, but a fire bolt at the goblin for 17 to hit.
Yes, that hits.
Beautiful. And then I got D10. Ooh. Now, because I'm new with mages, I want to double check. I have my modifier plus what I rolled, correct?
Yes, your spellcast modifier.
Beautiful. So I have, that is a 10 on the roll and 10 plus 4, 14 fire damage towards goblin number 3.
Well done.
Mm-hmm. And with that, she'll just give a little quick giggle and then retreat back behind the boulder.
All right. Sounds good. And last up is number 4. And he is going to run up on Isaiah. And the same thing will happen, I imagine, Isaiah?
I don't think it's each time, but let me just double check. I think it's just as a reaction.
As a reaction?
I get to do that.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a reaction.
Okay. So this one is also going to swing at you with the scimitar. Cocked. That's a hit with an unnatural 21. And
Yep, that'll do.
1d6. So 7 slashing damage. So halved, it'd be 3. And he goes and swings at you again with his scimitar. And this time, I think he misses with a 9.
Yes, that is correct.
All right. And that completes round 1. So round 2, top of the order is the commander. And he is going to run up on Isaiah's character. And now that it's a new round, I think you would be able to have your reaction.
Ian, real quick,
Yeah.
just in case this changes anything, I put some red marks on the map.
Yeah.
I would have had to move up to right before the break in the bridge to throw the fire at him.
Okay. Were you able to move that much?
Oh, yeah, totally.
Okay, so I will move your guy to make it so it's accurate.
Yeah.
Just redcon that.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure that was, because I just noticed that was a 50-foot shot, not a 30-foot shot. So
Yeah. Okay.
that's all right. Cool. That's all I wanted to double check.
All righty. And so number one's going to swing its scimitar at Isaiah.
Mm-hmm.
Or actually, didn't I just do that?
No, number 4 just did that.
Number 4, yeah.
Yeah, that's number 1.
Okay, 15, does that hit?
Yes, it does.
Okay, so we'll do damage for the first hit. Max damage hits you for 9 damage slashing.
Okay.
And that's
Reduce down
halved.
to 4.
Yep. And then the second swing with disadvantage, natural 1. And he goes and
Nice.
swings so hard that he actually lets go of his scimitar and incurs an attack of opportunity from you, Isaiah.
Nice. Natural 20!
Woo! First one of the night.
Okay. Well, yeah. Well, I think, didn't someone get a natural 20 earlier for perception?
That doesn't count.
No, okay. So, just a question. Are we rolling 1 die and then doubling the number on it, or are we rolling 2 dice?
So roll the 1 die, double the number, and then add the modifier.
Okay. 8 plus 4 plus 2, so it's 12. 14 points of damage.
Isaiah, how do you want to kill their leader?
14 points. Hello? It has to be decapitation. Just slice it off and have it roll down the trail a couple feet.
And like number 2, as his head gets chopped off and it just like tumbles off the bridge and the body just kind of falls into the water next to goblin number 3. And he's just kind of like half on the decline, half just hanging there on the rocks. And it is now Deco's turn.
Okay. What's number 3 doing?
Number 3 is in the water, trying to get down to Thomas.
Is he crying?
A little bit.
All right, I'm gonna shoot him.
Okay.
I'm gonna get to a place where I can shoot him.
Okay.
He's having a rough day. Arrows and fire.
Let's see. I can get you right here. That would get you a good shot.
That's perfect.
All right. All right.
All right.
Roll to hit.
Arrow to the face.
And roll with advantage since you're up on a hill.
Oh, okay, cool. 14.
14.
19.
19 connects.
Mm.
Not that I needed that, but where was that advantage for me?
I'm a guest.
Yeah. This is a guest appearance? Yeah.
See how it is. I need to just go on vacation for a while and come back.
Yeah.
Then Kree will finally be a competent character again.
Yes.
I've actually got my proper
probably not.
stats up at the moment. So it's a 7 plus 4.
All right. So 13 damage.
That is.
And the arrow pierces this one right in the head, and he joins number 1 in the water, just face plants on that rock in front of him, killing him.
Good.
Poor Furball. Going to be covered in goblin blood.
Exactly.
This is
Next,
not what I signed up for.
does that complete your turn, Deco?
Yep, it does indeed.
Okay. Next up is Justin.
All right. See who's left. I would like. Yeah, gosh, let's see here. I'd like to 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I can do it. I'm gonna run to here.
Okay.
Kind of around Isaiah, the raging barbarian. If I have to like hop so he doesn't freak out and hit me.
Yeah, so roll an acrobatics to jump across.
Oh, yeah, not a problem at all. Time for some cool monk stuff. I'm going to do a front flip as I go over the water. And that is a 17.
You run, put your foot right on the ledge as you do a front flip, and you land right next to Isaiah, running past the fourth goblin, getting yourself in position behind him. What do you do?
I would like to take the nunchaku out and just do one strike to the back of the head and then follow that up with a spinning heel hook to the side of the ribs.
Awesome.
See how that goes.
Reminder for listeners at home that Justin does judo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do martial arts. So, and this is my first time playing a monk in 5e. So we'll see how it goes. Yeah. First hit with the nunchaku is 19. Followed up with the spinning heel kick is a 15.
Hits.
All right.
Finish him.
Nice. That is 10 damage total.
All right. And you basically, he's like on his last limb.
Oh.
He's like not dying, but he's just kind of like staggering, waving back and forth, like holding himself up.
I mean, we could just interrogate him and hold him above the water.
Not anymore.
Yeah. Guess whose turn it is? It's Isaiah's turn.
Take no prisoners!
Yes.
Okay, Lawrence of Arabia.
Yeah.
We're just gonna swing into him and absolutely try to go extra overkill because raging barbarians.
Yes.
Well, this one might not hit. Let's see. That's 10.
That does not hit.
Okay.
You chip your favorite sword on the stone.
Yeah.
I'm gonna. This is bonus action attack. When you take the attack action with the glaive, halberd, quarterstaff, or spear, you can use a bonus action to make a melee attack with the opposite end of the weapon. Okay, I'm gonna try to do that. I'm gonna pull our master. Since I missed with the bladed end, I'm gonna swing in the butt and just try to bash his forehead in.
Okay.
That one will hit 22.
That does hit.
So that's D4 plus 5, 7 damage.
7 damage. How do you want to kill this last goblin?
Instead of the head, I'll have it go. He's screaming in fear. Have the butt end of the halberd go into his mouth, and he's just gonna flop him over himself into the river and have him land on a rock.
Oh.
Poor Thomas.
You just see this last goblin just flying in the air, falls through the hole where the bridge once stood, and just gets impaled on the 3 rocks standing out on the bottom, splashing blood up onto the furbolg that was trying to get across the water. And at this point, from the top of the bridge down, the water is just soaked in crimson red. And we are out of combat.
Oh, dear. Thomas, what do you do?
I'm going to wade up the river past all their bodies and just kind of like soak up in the clean water, try and get clean for a minute.
Oh, okay.
That's a totally logical thing to do, too.
I was going to say, if you step out of the water, I can help you with that.
I don't know you.
Yeah, you do.
You don't
I'm your
know
little-
me. You don't know
I'm-
my family.
I'm your little gnome friend.
I
Gotta
think
be
also
open
You
to
know,
that
touchy
experience.
feely.
I'm going to walk over to Lyle the Barbarian, just kind of look him over, cast Cure Wounds on him.
Well done. Well done.
Which way the wind's blowing?
How many of them are are covered in obvious goblin blood?
Thomas for sure, Isaiah probably, and Justin are the only ones that were within splash zone.
So I come up to each one of them and just with my quarterstaff, just do a little prestidigitation on all of them to much better.
Yes.
Isaiah, you get 8 hit points back.
Oh, sweet. I'm back up to max.
Nice.
Or no, 8. Yeah, it's max. Perfect.
Well, that was a bit of a messy business, but y'all did a great job of cleaning up.
And we're gonna do this the good old fashioned way for experience. So let's see, we got 6 people. So
Here
everyone
we go.
gets 134 experience points.
Woo. Where do you put that in on D&D Beyond?
So, okay, follow with me. You're gonna go to edit character,
Which
and
is
for
where?
advancement, it's gonna be next to your character icon on the top left.
I figured it out. There we go.
I found a
You're gonna go to edit
way.
character.
Edit character.
You're gonna go to home,
Home.
and then advancement type. It'll say milestone. You want to go to XP instead. So say, if you want to do this, say confirm.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Got it.
And then you're gonna click like the little character sheet icon, kind of near the top right, and we can go back.
See it?
to
All
our
right,
main
here we
screen.
go. This is a live tutorial of how to
Mhm.
Yes.
level up a character.
Yep.
And then
I
you're gonna
appreciate
go
it.
back up to your icon with a drop down, and it'll say manage experience.
I'd like to shout out D&D Beyond for all of their convenient gaming needs. Check out D&D Beyond.
Yeah, no, seriously,
No,
really.
seriously, going from
stuff.
paper to this, quite wonderful.
Yes.
What was it?
Right.
100 and something?
Yes, 134.
And you just do that in the bottom box that says add XP, and then type XP value, type it in, and click add, and it'll show you like a little progress bar at the
Yeah,
top.
that is fantastic.
And
Thomas,
I
is
feel
that
like I'm
just a
playing-
homebrew rule that you put in the chat? First blood, extra XP, or is that in the rule book?
No,
It's
that's
just-
from Call of Duty.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no.
I mean, I will take it if you guys
No.
want.
114. you said?
Yeah,
134.
140, 34.
140 or 134?
34.
Everybody knows your
134.
kill is worth more. Just
Whatever
the
I
first kill
said.
of the match.
Yeah, first blood.
So, what do we see beyond now that we're on the other side of the riverbed?
See,
Are you
D&D
gonna leave?
Beyond.
Are you leaving the bodies, or were you wanting to look at those?
I would like to check out the leader.
I'll
Okay.
check what I can.
Yeah. Everyone roll a. What would that be?
Would it be
Investigation.
medicine or
Investigation.
investigation?
Investigation. Everyone roll
I-
investigation.
Like that.
I'd prefer
Oh.
in medicine, actually, because it's better for them.
A medicine check.
Investigation's my middle name.
Natural one.
Wow, that's horrible.
In trying to
14.
inspect them, you look over the
14.
bridge and fall on the spike.
14.
Yeah,
14.
By the way, that's a total of 0 for me.
Negative. Deco, what'd you get?
Let me do the maths. I got 18 plus 6.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Christopher,
18.
18. Derek, 5. Thomas,
14.
14. All right. Everyone above 10. You kind of are going through the bodies, and collaboratively what you can collect, you find 5 gold pieces and about 20 copper pieces amongst the 4 bodies. And you also find a note on the leader that is addressed to the Sunderland family. and it says that they are trying to block off trade amongst the raiders and mercenaries. And basically, they hired a man by the name of Taver. Taver obviously is not there, but it is addressed to a man named Taver, saying, whatever you can do, disrupt Lavertill, so that we can make way from the sea. No specific time, but just a brief description.
Written in what language?
In common.
No.
And in undercommon, no.
A less common.
Yeah, it's in deep speech. Yeah.
Almost took that.
Abyssal.
It could have been.
Abyssal.
It could have been Thief's Can, honestly.
Yeah,
That would have
could
been
have
fun.
been.
But anyways, so
And now that you guys are out of combat in this area, you guys can roll a perception for me. Deco. Roll that perception.
I'm doing it. I got any modifier. Ooh. 19, boy.
19. Justin.
8.
Christopher.
I'm probably a little distracted with the note because I rolled an 8.
Isaiah 1. Thomas, what'd you get? No, I'm just kidding. Isaiah, what'd you get?
Yeah, natural 1 again.
No!
Yeah.
Get him out now. Get him out now.
I got my 20 in combat. I'm happy. It's all good.
Dude,
There
you're such a barbarian. You're like,
Uh,
it's insane. Thomas.
It's not even intentionally, though. It just happened.
17.
17. Derek.
16.
So our 15 and uppers, you guys hear coming from what would be the south towards the sea, you can hear what sounds like a cart and horse carriage. Do you guys want to investigate or hide or go another direction?
Will stealth to go and observe it a little more.
Okay.
To get a sign if, like, get a feedback if they're just traveling merchants or if they're like bad guys.
What like racial district are we in?
Like, so the races are a little bit of everything because it's not an actual government, but it is. There are different like tribes and factions.
Yeah, like what's the predominant faction in the area we're in?
The outskirts stuff, you're probably looking at goblins, kobolds, lizard folk, maybe some humans, but mostly like scaly type of creatures.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Disguise Self to look like a lizard person and just kind of stand nondescript off of the side of the road just to keep an eye on this cart as it goes past. Not
Okay.
hiding, but trying to blend in.
Yeah. What's everyone else want to do?
Yeah, I'm not hiding.
Okay.
I'm oblivious, so I'm just walking.
Yeah.
Same here. Luckily, I'm short, so they probably won't notice me.
Is a blue much of an investigator, or is he gonna kind of chill back?
I'll investigate.
Okay.
I'll have a look-see.
Okay. So
I ain't
Sleight
gonna hide it.
Sleight and Blue, we'll say this, Sleight and Blue kind of are gonna move up the path a little bit more, stealthing. And from what you got,
I also rolled a 26 for stealth.
wow. Okay. Blue, go ahead and roll a stealth as well,
Okay.
just
I
to
guess.
contribute.
And while they're all doing this, in the meantime, anybody who takes a note of Jasper, there's a levitating journal and a pen that's writing in it, and she's taking notes with mage hand, just kind of like of her escapades currently. Not
Okay, I got-
realizing
I got
everybody else
18.
is sneaking.
A what?
An 18, boy.
18. Beautiful. So Blue and Slate successfully stealth down the trail, and you guys get about, I'd say, a quarter mile down the trail, and what you're hearing is a crossroad. The carts are going down on a cliffside. On the bottom side is 20-foot drop, and you can kind of just see what looks like 4 humans and then a closed cart with a 2-horse cart pulling, going along the beach side. And at this time, what are your guys' passive perceptions?
11.
11. Okay.
13.
13. So roll perception.
15.
Okay.
12.
12. Okay. So Slate, you notice down on the beach what looks like it's kind of a rubbly pier, a cobblestone pier that goes out into the water with different like platforms standing there. And you see what looks like 2 or 3 longboats parked up on the sides, and cloaked and robed hooded figures kind of unloading and loading cargo from there. And you can see that off on the beach side, off of these little piers, that someone's kind of making watch and looking out, seeing if anyone's coming.
These are all humans, I'm guessing.
It's hard to tell. They have like Jedi robes. They're pretty baggy.
And the cart that we saw, is it going away from this area or towards it?
So it looks like it's going down the coastline, not into Lavertill, but it's going, like northeast down the coastline.
But it's going away from these folks.
Uh-huh.
All right. I have Blue take notice as well. Pointing everything
Take
out to
notice.
him.
So, and just to be like on the map, they would be heading towards kind of like where Master Pen is in the like in Atlantasorke, towards that way.
And I'm gonna hold until I see that cart get out of sight from everyone that would be able to see it.
Okay. The cart, after about 10 minutes, you lose it on the coastal trail.
So, turning to Blue, Slate's going to take off the mask, and Blue's going to see one of the people that were with the cart that had just walked out of vision. And just taking a guess on what this person would sound like, just go, what do you think of this?
Should we go for a walk?
A walk sounds nice.
Shall we go that way, closer to them?
Do you think you can keep up stealthily?
Keep up, yeah. But I just want to go for a walk.
All right. Let's
Lead the way.
all right, then we'll start going for a walk.
Can we hold hands?
So you guys
I miss Blue.
want to stealth down?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do backflip. Stealth backflip.
24.
A what?
24.
24?
Oh. I got a 9.
Oh, buddy. All right. So, Slate kind of leading the trail. You guys start kind of climbing down the hillside, and Blue's having a little bit of a tougher time, maybe because of his height difference, grabbing onto rocks to get down to the road.
I'm in my
And-
50s.
And you're, an old man. So climbing down cliffside's probably been long gone for your life.
That's nothing. You're young.
You're young. You get to the road and kind of some rocks shift down, and it looks like one of the guys notice, and they don't really address you, but you see that the one that was making watch points up to you guys and starts ushering the guys to load up the stuff quicker. So with your cover blown, we'll pause from you guys and we'll go to the other party. I imagine you guys have kind of regrouped now. They've been gone for probably 20, 30 minutes time. What is your guys' action?
And a reminder, what are they? What their races and their characters' names?
Sleight is Derek, and he is what are you, Derek?
I'm a changeling, but right now I look as if one of the humans that walked away.
And then there's Blue, who is a
halfling. Right?
Okay.
I mean, this would be the first time anyone would see with not the mask on, so.
Beautiful. Okay. Well, those two are taking their time. I thought we were on a busy quest. She's kind of saying it to the air for anybody to respond.
Well, let's go see if they're dead yet.
Well, that'd be quite unfortunate. I did like that shorter one.
Al's
Then
just
she-
following along, looking
So
like
are
a
you
loser.
suggesting that we go follow them? I guess we can do that.
It's been long enough.
Well then, let us get... And she starts very quickly walking that direction as fast as her little legs can allow her.
Do you guys proceed to find them normal traveling or stealth or anything like that?
Well,
I'm not stealthing.
I was going to say, I wouldn't stealth because I didn't even know they were stealthing off. They just...
Yeah. They just disappeared.
Yeah, they're just like just wandering off, being little buddies. Like, oh no, time to get the little kids, get them back in order. Gosh,
baby
mother needs to gather her brood. Not
So-
okay.
The other four of you show up to the T, and at this point you can see the endless sea, the ocean. And you can see the pier that I described. The group of people are loading stuff up. They're almost done now. And you look down on the road about 15 feet down. You see that Blue and Sleight are just standing there kind of sitting behind a rock watching what's going on. And at this point, everyone has been spotted. And this is what...
Why are you two hiding?
Are we making friends?
We're walking on the beach.
She pipes. She pipes loudly.
So
Still scurrying down the trail.
What I get from the sense of what's going on, would I have a feeling that like those two are trying to stop the people on the boat, or are we just watching them load stuff up into a boat?
I think right now they're doing reconnaissance, unless there's anything else that you guys want to do. Derek?
I mean, our cover is fully blown, right?
For the most part, but they're not pursuing you.
I mean, we're just kind of keeping stock. I want to see what they're putting on the ship.
It's all closed like barrels.
Any markings on the barrels to indicate what it is or brands?
Yeah, roll perception.
I'm gonna go ask him.
18.
18. Deco. Roll a perception for me.
17 plus.
And remind me, what were we
3.
specifically hired to do?
Dirty 20.
You guys were hired to run amok. No.
Oh, okay.
You guys were hired by Karos to find his friend. His friend is missing.
Mm-hmm.
But the older gentleman, the general mission that you guys were hired for and called to was to help stop the disruption from the Sunderland family and the the Shadecrest family.
Okay.
So with the perceptions, you guys see the marking of the Sunderland Trading Company. And anyone that Blue and Sleight, you would know what those symbols are. They're a very prominent shipping company in Atlantasorke.
I know that.
I mean, I guess just looking like one of the guys on the ship. Actually, no, I'm not gonna do that. No. Should still try to just keep watch from afar.
They finish loading up and they begin getting on to the longboats to head out to what looks like a trading ship, but you can barely see the sails in the overcast in the sea. And the one that was keeping watch grabs a bow out of the boat and knocks an arrow and just launches it in your area. He purposely does not try to hit any of you, but almost as a warning.
Slate's gonna duck down and realize, all right, there's no point of even trying. Put the mask back on, and look to Blue as if like giving him like it's a your call kind of thing.
Unfazed, I carry on.
You're just like, he's got a bad shot.
If Blue's still walking, Slate's gonna just like try as stealthily as he can knock back a arrow and just keep aim at the other person in case if they do anything to Blue.
All right. And everyone else, have you guys climbed down to where they are now at this point, I imagine? Not stealthing. The climb check would be like DC 5. So.
Yeah. I would be heading down to the beach where they were.
Isaiah should probably roll just in case.
I know. DC 5, bro.
I'm good.
Isaiah.
Well, I rolled a 2, but thankfully I'm proficient in athletics. I got an 8.
Dude. What are we going to do with you? You're
This is
going
what it
to
feels like
die
to be free.
just trying to get places.
I know. So how did your character die? I
That's
tripped
all
on a
you
rock.
are.
Yeah.
So you have me for? I don't have fall feather prepared.
Feather fall.
No,
Yeah.
no, no,
Feather
no.
fall prepared.
To warn me about precarious cliffs and whatnot.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I was supposed to say I can like cast a firebolt and just like maybe that'll cushion your
Just put it
It'll
in
heat up the
misery.
air under me and cushion the fall.
All right, there we go. Here we go. Because I'm not going to cushion your fall. That's not what ladies do.
No.
Making our way down the path. Making our way down.
All right. At this point, you guys are clear to go down to the beach if you would like.
I was gonna take a couple minutes and just stare out at the ocean.
Okay. Is that because your back's hurting or?
It's because I've never seen the ocean before.
Oh, that's cool. It's a special moment.
Yeah, just soak it in. And probably also, yeah, my back hurts. We've walked like a whole mile, and you guys expect a lot out of me, so
You're a druid that just likes to chill next to a tree and eat magical mushrooms and chill.
Like that, yeah.
All right. So you guys get down to the coastline. I'm going to screen share. We're not necessarily in combat, but I'll show you, just kind of get an idea of
Are we in combat?
going to
No.
combat. No, but I'm going to just kind of share scenic. So you guys kind of go down on a path that you can find. You are more on the coastal grid. You're in this area over here. Thomas, I'm right here. I'm going to be right on the water. So you guys kind of get down to here, and if we were going to go farther left on the map, you would be looking at the piers, which
I like that
are,
boulder.
this is kind of what the piers looked like off in the sea. This is what they were loading up on.
That's cool.
And if anyone would like to do further investigation, just let me know and I could place you in on the map.
Trust me, guys. I got this.
You gonna go swimming?
I want to make my way here.
All right.
That looks cool. Mysterious.
It looks dark and mysterious.
Ooh.
All right. I will place you on the map. Deco.
Oh, that was fast.
Boom! The whole 50-year-old man just ran there down the beachfront.
My name is Barry Allen.
I will try to stealthily make my way.
Well,
Taking it nice and easy as much as I can.
okay. You want to be
It's
down
like-
here?
What time of day is it?
It's like afternoon, like 3:30.
Tea time, you mean?
Tea time. Yeah.
Where's the boat?
It's second lunch.
At this point, the boat has left the docks.
Oh. What toot? Alrighty.
So, any other characters want to venture out off the beach onto the piers?
And these are just,
Um,
it's just normal piers, right? There's nothing that seems like extraordinary or intriguing about them.
I don't know.
Besides that, there's people on them.
Who knows?
Lyle
Thomas,
will go on the piers.
Thomas is gonna walk the plank.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk out to the end of the pier, just sit down, put my feet down into the water.
Thomas, you are sitting, hanging off with your feet off.
I mean, at
That
7
sounds
foot
lovely.
something tall, I'm pretty sure my feet
Derek.
reach pretty far down in.
Derek's there in real life. Look. Isaiah.
Yeah, I'll walk on the pier and
Mhm.
inspect.
Okay.
I guess I
Uh,
will as well.
All right. I'm just gonna do random placements unless people say otherwise.
Sounds good.
That's fine.
Perception, you said?
What do you want to look for?
Is there any
Looking
interesting moss?
Yeah, you could. I mean, if you're really looking for some moss, yeah. I mean, you could see probably that there's some moss and algae growing off the side of the pier.
Yeah, like ingredients and whatnot. So
So
Yeah.
you begin gathering that stuff up.
Yeah.
Um,
Yep. The only other thing I would do, I mean, she'll kind of give like a sigh of annoyance and then start a ritual after gathering the material she wants, and we'll be doing a detect magic.
okay.
Let's see if there's anything. I think I want to detect magic. That's my one spell for a day, isn't it?
It's a good one.
It's a good one. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do
Okay.
Detect Magic, which again, as a reminder, it
Chris,
does.
if you
Yes.
ritual cast it, it doesn't take up your spell slot.
Oh,
It just takes
doesn't.
10 minutes.
Okay, then yes. Yeah, I will spend 10 minutes preparing the spell cast. Thank you for that. First time mate, wizard. So, yep,
Now
I
you
cast.
now you owe 10 gold pieces to Thomas's character for that handout.
Oh, you still haven't heard Owl speak. Don't worry. With a 6 in charisma, I don't talk much.
No. So 10 minutes go by and you cast it. And for the watchers and listeners, you want to explain what that does real quick?
Yeah, of course. So again, what it is for the duration, you sense the presence of magic within 30 feet of you. If you sense magic in this way, you can use your action to see a faint aura around any visible creature or object in the area that bears magic, and you learn its school of magic, if any.
So you see emanating by Deco's character that there is a magical aura over there.
And that's it. Everything else is pretty.
dark mysterious.
Besides, of course, like the people themselves who are innate magic users. That's all I see.
Yes.
Beautiful. Okay, where am I? Jasper.
So you're off the pier to the right, kind of the last. I could not use white if it's hard to see on this map.
It's fine. Don't worry. So essentially, I'm going to scurry over or try to get over to where Derek is. But I'm a little wary of the water.
Or you mean Deco?
Deco, sorry.
Yeah. So did you start with any rope or anything like that? I think everyone's adventure pack has 50 foot of rope. You could just toss it over to Blue and he could tie it on a pillar.
Excuse me. Blue,
Yeah.
do you mind if I throw this rope to you? Would you please be a gentleman and tie it? Thank you. And
Gimme.
she'll toss it over. And
Do I have to roll to catch it?
No.
I don't roll to throw it. So I'm going to scurry over, and I'm definitely going to do a further inspection on the object. Now, what was it? Was there any object in particular, or is it essentially? Because what I'm seeing is a flat area with a sigil on it. Is that correct?
So it's like the sigil is where the aura was emanating from, and it's got symbolism on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty, beautiful. So at this point, just and then snaps her fingers, and again, with mage hand, you see her notepad and a quill just kind of float out of her backpack, and it starts taking notes as she's just kind of rambling. Well, I'm not sure exactly what the sigil is. It looks like, and she begins describing it to her notebook to keep track of what the sigil looks like. Do you have any further details for us?
Yeah.
What the sigil looks
so it's do you speak Thieves' Cant?
I do not speak Thieves' Cant.
So it is like symbolism that you don't recognize.
Fascinating.
But it looks like some sort of tribal marking, you know?
Yeah. I give it a thud, like an inquisitive tap with my quarterstaff to see if it's hollow, if there's anything beneath it.
You do hear a hollow sound.
Ooh, me likey.
I can speak. Well, I can read Thieves' Cant.
So Blue, you read it, and it basically says, it just says the Enders faction. So basically, it was marked in territory.
Okay.
And based on Christopher's investigation, that this is a door to something.
All right. I relay that information. Of course.
Ooh, this is even more fascinating. Perhaps a protective barrier, a ward, a glyph. Could be dangerous. Shall we investigate?
Jump on it?
I mean, I won't stop you, but I will go over here if you want to do that.
All right.
She
I jump up
scurries
and down.
off and kind of like finds cover by one of the pillars.
Okay.
Is there a button?
Roll perception or
Okay.
investigation.
Oh, good. Get that +6, boy. 17 +6.
Yeah, so it looks like it's like a gear setup. So there's not like a button, but it's like a combination type lock. So with any type of like if you have lock picking skills or anything like that, you could be able to figure it out. If the rogue in the party was over there.
Because I'm just going to keep like being super hyper cautious, thinking that there's like a explosive warding on this. Are there any other Arcana check can I do on this?
Technically, Blue could read it,
He did
read
read it.
and I don't know if what's going on. No one's telling me anything. I'm just kind of.
Yeah.
Watching them on an island bounce around.
I mean, I'm slowly going up, but I'm not just standing there.
Yeah. So I would just keep inspecting it for Arcana or for history checks, just out of sheer intrigue. Going about my business.
Can I call the rogue over here?
You can.
Yeah.
All right, then I'll just go over there.
Yeah. Come hither.
Come
Boy.
hither.
Boy.
And the School of Magic, Christopher, is illusion.
Ah. Beautiful. I don't think I have any dispel of magic. I do relate to Blue. It's like, well, someone is trying to hide something here. Naughty.
I will open it. We'll find it.
Well, chop chop.
So I'm here.
Yes.
All right.
Well,
I just point to the mechanism and click my fingers.
what Blue said.
Boy.
And after he says "boy," he not taking out the mask or anything. You just hear a more feminine voice that says, "You kiss your mother with that mouth."
Boy. Go get.
Well, am I not the only female in the group?
And I will go to unlock this.
That'd be intriguing.
All right. Roll a lockpick check.
What is a lockpick check?
Dexterity.
Yep.
Just straight dexterity?
Unless you're proficient, then with these tools,
I am.
then
would
you
sincerely
then
hope
you
you're
get your
proficient.
proficiency.
Yeah. And
While I
you-
see everyone congregating towards this, whatever,
yeah.
I'll kind of follow as well.
Okay. And we'll just say that the rope was left over so people who wanted to cross can get over.
Yeah, I tied it on the pillar. You're welcome.
What was it? Not slack line, but it's the tight. The
27.
I'll walk on the top of the rope.
Yeah, a tightrope.
Yeah, tightrope.
Roll acrobatics. No, I'm just kidding.
I will.
It's like goes up and just chops it in one swing.
Yeah.
All for Grayson.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a 17, so that's not too bad.
That's decent.
13
You get across.
plus
A little
4.
bit of a wobble.
So
Yeah,
we
I got-
haven't.
I got a
We have
27
no-
on lockpick.
27.
No,
So-
that's what I'm talking about.
With your masterful skills, Sleight is in there kind of tinkering with the gears, and you're like, I think I got it. And you hear it just start kind of like gearing into each other. And it just kind of seeps down into the ground and slides to the right. And you just kind of feel this cold, musty air come up from it. as you see stone stairs going down into darkness.
Is the
And
magic still persisting?
the magic is no longer there. And we will see you all next week.
All right.
Ba-ba-ba.
Bye.
I'm enjoying my new character.
This episode is sponsored